This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Call of Cthulhu. In the last episode, we finished our investigations in the dock area of Darkwater. We've come across Kat, the leader of the bootleggers, who gave us a quite right kick in the nuts to take us off the trail, but we weren't persuaded despite our squeaky intentions. Oh boy! So we found out that there's a painting of Miss Hawkins inside the warehouse, which meant that some dubious natures are going on. So the police have decided to help us, take us to the mansion. So now we got to figure out what to do next. Let's see what we got here. I thought the mansion was burnt. Place fallen to ruin. You know this place very well. And let's not waste any time. Anything I should be wary of. You're not the first to talk about Winchester. Let's do the unlocked answer. You're not the first to talk about Winchester.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
Well, if the game's giving me more questions, I guess let's not waste time. We'll go to the next step. So, you know the place very well.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Well, it's nice to know that he doesn't seem to be a corrupt cop or anything like that. He generally wants to make sure everything's going as it should. So, I thought the mansion burnt in the fire.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Don't torment Silas, eh? I'm a detective. We're gonna be tormenting him if it ain't obvious. This place is falling into ruin.
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around it, would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
No, we already asked him about that. Okay, anything I should be aware of?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Pierce sometimes just is like, they suck, whatever. No, let's do it. Let's not waste any time.
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Oh yeah, we could just refuse or accept. I mean, yeah, he's been kind of a little parsley with us, but for the most part, he hasn't really given me any reason to straight up not accept his help, so we'll do that.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Alright. Oh, let's just leave.
No question of leaving now. I must examine the scene of the fire.
Yeah, that'd be funny to just leave. I guess we should have him. We should follow him for now. Let me check my notes before we continue on, though. Let's see, Darkwater. Now we have info on the good police officer, Officer Bradley, 37. This hick cop sounds like... Really? It doesn't sound like a hick to me. I guess maybe it's just his accent. I guess I'm just used to the southern accent being considered hick in my country, so... This hick cop likes order and justice. He's no great sleuth, but he seems more inclined than his colleagues to discover the truth in the Hawkins case. The inhabitants of the island seem to be friendly with him. He could help me in my investigations. Place. The Hawkins Mansion, Gardens. The Hawkins Mansion is perched on the top of a steep cliff. The abandoned garden harbors the graves of the Hawkins family, and only the caretaker, Silas Winchester, still roams this bleak spot. He protects it fiercely and still puts flowers on the graves of his old masters. It's a gloomy place. I assume if we don't have him with us, we might have to, like, get the old man off of our back or whatever. I assume we're going to Silas's first before we go anywhere else, just to alleviate what he's doing. Yeah.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined, but the architecture seems too recent.
1963, huh? I guess we don't want to be too far away from the good officer. Creepy. Yeah, this definitely reeks of creepy. What's this? Do we talk to the officer, or are we just waiting? I guess he's just hanging around. Okay. Let me check this one out.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh.
Yeah, probably from Silas, I assume. This one is just... all the pots are broken.
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Someone desecrated one of the graves. Let's see, I've seen enough. Such a strange final resting place. But yeah.
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Yeah, I wonder. Such a strange final resting place.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
I see. I think I've seen
Let's
enough.
go to the mansion.
Please give me a
Mr.
minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? And steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
Baker, that's the name of Cat. That's her surname, I guess.
Poor kid.
Oh yeah, Whoa. Oh, I thought that was a person sticking out of that. I was like, what the heck? What the hey? Someone left a thing here. There you go, just stay around for a bit. Okay, well, I'll explore a bit while you do that, good sir. See, I guess that takes us up to the mansion proper. Oh yeah, probably should use the run button while I look around. See, we already investigated that, finding out that this place is quite old. Oh, what does the rest of it say? I laid me down and slept. I waked for the Lord sustained me. Psalms 3:5. Hillip. I can't tell. Hilltop house sailed or what? Oh, I could use the light. Hilltop house. Can't really tell that last little bit. In 1963. Oh, is that the same as that one side? Oh, okay. It's just the same house. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go back this way a bit before we. So can't leave. Oh, there's the tree blocking the way.
Fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place.
And of course we can't climb over it, even though it would be easy, but whatever. This game wasn't designed with climbing physics, or actually it was, because you can climb and jump, but only when they want you to. Only when they want you to. I do like the setting for this place. It definitely is creepy. I mean, it had to be. It's a Call of Cthulhu game. If it wasn't creepy or scary at parts, wouldn't be a horror game. I haven't really read much on this game, like reviews or anything like that else, so I don't know what to expect from this game. So I wanted to kind of go in this pretty blind for the most part. Small wooden whale. A figurine of whale carved from wood. It's the sort of toy that sailors made for their children. Huh. Interesting. Do I still have that one, hold on. Do I still have that one alcohol in my inventory despite me not actually using it? Oops, wrong button. I keep pressing the... Nope. It was a chapter, I guess it was a chapter 2 or maybe it's, oh, it's under inventory. Okay. Yeah, I don't have it anymore. So it was, all it was to go past a part, which I didn't even need to do, so. Don't see anything else. Not that I'm aware of. Okay. I wonder if I can take that, I wonder if I can place that whale on the grave. Probably doesn't do anything. Although I'm thinking a standard adventure game mentality than this type of game, because I feel like this game is going to be a bit different from that. Oh, he's still hanging around there.
The caretaker takes great care of these graves. Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins. Poor kid. Nope,
I guess not. Okay. Alright. Anything else, officer? No? Okay. We'll go up to the mansion and then probably get accosted by Silas, and the officer will help us out, hopefully. I only kind of want to run in certain situations because I feel like I'm not ruining the mood, but I feel like I'm not taking in the atmosphere if I run all the time. So I'll do it like if I've already been to a place, obviously I'll run, but if I've never been there before, I'll kind of take it in for a bit. Is the officer coming or? Alright. And there's the lighthouse off in the distance. A crow. I was just seeing if there's anything on the other side of the fallen tree or not. Let's see. That's boarded up. So we'll probably have to go the other way around. Makes sense. Yep, overgrown. Yeah, so they didn't use their money to take care of this house, although, man, that'd be a lot of money to keep this place up to snuff.
I'll have to find another entrance.
Yep. Don't have a trusty crowbar or the bolt cutters like we had in that our dream of ours, so gonna have to find another way. Hopefully we get a better light source at some point, because this is only providing just amount of light. And I didn't want to set the brightness to super high, because I didn't want to completely destroy the ambiance of this game, which is supposed to be, you know, dark settings and all that. I mean, that's how you're supposed to...
This entrance is still in use. Whoa! Whoa!
You are trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Uh-oh, we've only got a few seconds. Do not defile this place. Eloquence. I work for... Grab his axe.
You haven't
let's try that
forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
I wonder what the other options would have given us. Obviously, we would have gotten in or whatever, but... Anyway, why do you want to get rid of me? You shouldn't really need this key. Oh. Let's do the investigation version. You shouldn't really need this key.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it. Vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Well, at least we didn't have to go through it with violence. Although, after the last couple of games I played, violence seems to be the only option, so it's nice to play a game where you don't have to go straight up into murdering people to get what you want. I wonder if you didn't convince him or whatever, we would have had to go another way around the house. So, luckily you get... Oh, there you are, officer, after that. Well, thanks for being there when
Yes. Shall we enter?
Great. Thanks for being there after the fact, man.
What now?
Yeah, do you have anything else to say?
What now?
Nothing. Sorry.
Stop wasting my time.
Okay, so, alright. We'll go in here in a second. I want to look around a bit longer before we do that, so... But yeah, the whole point of the officer being there was to help me out, and he wasn't even there to deal with Silas, even though that was the point of him being there. Whatever, that's what happens when you go off on your own. Alright, let's, before we go inside, let's take a... Oh, that must be Silas's shack, maybe. At least it seems like it, anyway. Let's see. I assume that's locked.
This gate is locked.
Yep. Alright. Well, we'll get around some way or another. It's pretty big grounds. Then again, I've never been in an actual mansion before, so I don't know how big or large areas like actual mansions would be. Yeah, I wish I had a mansion. Although, then again, if I had a mansion, that'd be almost too much for me. I'm not a man who really needs a whole lot in his life, you know? Like, a mansion would be too much. Even if I had the money to afford it, I don't know if I'd actually ever buy something like that. I'd probably buy just a small house, you know, 1 or 2 vehicles, you know, like one for travel, one for casual. And then after that, it'd be just like upkeep, you know, buying like maybe entertainment, like books and stuff like that, or video games. But other than that, I wouldn't really. There's apparently Silas has multiple axes around here. But yeah, I went to. I guess I can't go over there. At least it's not letting me go. Oop. I have to be careful about forcing my way with games like these, because you never know what kind of glitches or or anything like that might be in these games. I'm not saying these games are poorly designed or anything like that. It's just sometimes games of this nature tend to have like odd glitches that can like happen without you realizing it.
Bourbon. Empty, of course.
Must be from the. I wonder if this is a way you go to if you don't deal with the Silas properly or something like that. You have to go around. Oh. Okay, not. Oh, I thought I could. Okay. What's the point? Maybe if I had the strength option, I could bust down the window, maybe? That's kind of weird. I wonder if I'm just exploring a place I don't need to explore or something like that. Because I already resolved the issue. What's this?
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world.
I probably would too if I had the option.
I know a thing or two about solitude myself.
Everyone needs their own time every once in a while.
Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes.
Simple tastes. No, can't go in. And I can't go in the other way because I moved that thing, but nothing happened. Is this supposed to... Oh, maybe we're supposed to use this to... Well, no, he would have heard us, right? Yeah, nothing's going on here. No, there's no like switch or flicking or option to choose. Maybe he falls. Maybe we have to follow him and he falls asleep if we fail to convince him. Maybe. I almost thought like maybe we were supposed to use the lighter on something, but no, nothing's coming up. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I might have gone down here for no reasons. At least I'm not seeing anything anyway. No chimney, no extra climbing. Alright, yep, sorry folks, I guess because I resolved the issue, I don't have to mess with this part, so. Or maybe I have to come back later. It's hard to say. Probably one of those things where if you didn't do it one way, this would be a way to get through the other way, so. Alright, well, it looks like we've dealt with the groundskeeper in the most amicable of matters, and the good chief is, the good police officer is helping us watch our back. So what is inside the Hawkins mansion? Is it just standard vermin like Silas says it is, or is it something more and insidious? Find out next time in the next episode of Call of Cthulhu. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.